Hello, everybody. I'm Chris. Welcome to a new video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the likes. Let's get to as many as we can, and of course, let me know your opinion on the comment section down below. Um, I'm a bit taken back, a bit taken back because this thing here is unbelievable. Chelsea fans, what is going on with your club, man? What is going on with your club? You sacked Pochettino. Why is that? And you sack him, by the way. This mutual consent makes absolutely no sense. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. It just absolutely makes no sense. Uh, There was this mutual consent could be either way, but I'm gonna tell you this. I believe he was sacked. I believe he was let go. He wasn't persuaded to stay. A manager that brought you from the 12th spot to the 6th spot in the league, back to European football. Chelsea's back in Europe after Pochettino comes on. Um, is the thought of maybe Manu in the horizon, is that enough for Pochettino to leave Chelsea? I really don't think so. He obviously has a chance of going to Manchester United now. I don't know if that was a change before, or chance before, or that persuaded him to leave Chelsea. But I can tell you this: I think that Mauricio Pochettino either was sacked by directly sacking him, "Hey, you're done. We don't think you can go forward anymore," or he was indirectly sacked by Chelsea, meaning he wasn't backed. None of what he wanted to do was actually backed by the ownership, by the directors of Chelsea, and therefore Pochettino said, "Well, I'm not going to continue in a place where I'm not backed." And it certainly happened back with Levy times in Tottenham, and so it was a bombshell when this was announced. And obviously, the 52-year-old Argentine manager is no longer going to be at Stamford Bridge. I think it's a letdown. I think it's a shame because how can a team? What is wrong with football nowadays? That what is expected from Chelsea? I don't understand it. You know, what else could he have done better? I know a lot of Chelsea fans wanted his head. A lot of Chelsea fans wanted to sack him. And at this point, I don't understand really what they want. They want they want to go from the 12th spot all the way to Champions League final, all the way to the Premier League title. Is that what they want? It makes no sense. There's no patience anymore in football. There's no patience. There really never was throughout history. However, not this bad. Where a manager, you look at the same thing with Tottenham. They're talking about getting rid of Postecoglou. Why and how? Why and how? What is the thought process behind that? When those both of those managers did well, did really good. I want to know from Chelsea fans. I really want to know from Chelsea fans what they think. A lot of them wanted them gone. So essentially, a lot of them should be happy. But I think it's the worst decision they could have made. A top manager like Mauricio Pochettino, who made mistakes in the beginning of his tenure at Chelsea, but this is just a 1 year. Any manager out there is going to need more than 1 year to get what he wants out of his squad. And Pochettino, they got him a lot of young players. Didn't work out in the beginning, and towards the end of the season, he started steering the ship straight, and they got to number 6 in the Premier League in his first season, from mid-table, literally back to Europe, fighting for that Carabao Cup. I just don't understand what else do fans need? What else do directors need? What else do ownership need to just back a manager? To just back him. He has now left the club on mutual consent. I don't know. I don't know about that. To me, he was sacked either directly or indirectly. Um, and being having worked with Levy for many many years, I can see what this. And now let's go with this viral moment, awkward moment, where an Arsenal fan is walking down a path of Chelsea Army fans, and well, it doesn't go too well. He doesn't get jumped. I thought he was going to get jumped and abused, but there's context to everything. Let's watch this. Well, well, they're laying hands on him. That's not good. Man, get that video. There you go. Why would you? Another thing before, why would you even walk through that? Well, look, props to him for not.
He never listened to me when
Props
I
to him
told him.
for. Oh, what was that? Props to him for never taking the shirt off, for not avoiding that. However, sometimes you gotta avoid confrontation. This thing didn't work out, obviously, but look, it could have gotten out of hand. Why would you walk through a sea of Chelsea fans like that? Just, I mean, I guess he was proud. One thing about I need to say about other fans making fun of Arsenal fans, I understand the banter. I understand that part because obviously, he obviously there's a rivalry there. But when you actually look and listen to football, let me tell you this: they did not bottle. They did not bottle this season. I know it looks like it. I know it may seem that way, but they didn't bottle the season. Um, they did it the first time against Man City again. This time they didn't bottle it. They won the game they had to win. The last one they won it. It's just that City had it in their hands as well, and they won their game. So it's simple as. I do believe that at some point you got to be. I mean, this is the second season in a row where Arteta has battled and has had this season in his hands, fought for it, but I don't know that he's going to be the one to take him to finish the job. He could be, he very well could be, and I'm sure they're probably going to try it again. So, and they're going to have to do that. I don't think they're going to sack Arteta 5 years after being in the job. But just food for thought. That's what's at this moment. Um, he seems like he's going to keep his job. However, just know I'm not 100% sure that Arteta is going to finish the job. However, some people think that he is the only one in the Premier League who can debunk Man City. So we'll have to see next season, of course, how the team turns out. But I don't think they bottled this season. I don't think is necessary the amount of abuse that Arsenal fans are getting on social media. Listen, I'm a Newcastle fan, so I could care less, right? Um, and we have a little bit of banter going on there because of that play at St. James's Park, etc. But I don't think they bottled this season. I think they did good. It's just that it didn't work out. And then unfortunately, when stuff like that happens, well, I mean, you just gotta shake the other man's hand. When City wins their game, and you're battling against a top team, and so therefore that's what's more than likely you're going to lose the league. But I think that some people may have something, maybe right when they say that this Arsenal team could be the one to debunk Man City. But I said in the beginning of the season that Arsenal were going to win this league because I didn't think that Man City was going to really do it again, once again, and I was wrong. But I wasn't wrong in the sense that Arsenal was going to fight for this title. But then again, going back to the same point, Arsenal fans, I don't know why you're getting so much hate from other fans saying that you bottled the season. You didn't bottle it. That's just the bottom line. I don't believe you bottled it. Bottling is when you literally have something in your hands and you, out of being scared, let it go, lose everything that you're supposed to, must win games. And to be honest with you, when you actually look at look at the matches, I'm sure I mean, you're going to lose games. You're not going to win everything. But when you look at the must win games for Arsenal, they actually won them. They actually won them, and so I'm not really into this whole bottling of the league by other fans against Arsenal fans. They're getting a lot of abuse, really, for not winning it, which is all right. I mean, Spurs fans were bantering about it. Chelsea fans, you just saw this guy walking through the Stratford Bridge. I don't know why you gotta avoid confrontation at some time though. You can't just be walking around Stratford Bridge with your shirt. But listen, he was proud and he was ready, and fortunately there were police there and no, there was no incidents with this guy. And last but not least, this exclusive by the Daily Mail or Mail Sport as well, and written by Craig Hope, of course, very well known Northeast journalist up in the Northeast of England. Um, says the Man United incoming Chiefs they got this email blunder as Dan Ashworth opens the door to Premier League tapping up probe by sending secret exchange with in a Newcastle account. First of all, I just do not believe Dan Ashworth is this naive. I just can't believe that he's this naive. He's this stupid. What does this mean on the Man United side? Because obviously, if you follow me, you know that what we think and what we talk about on NUFC Talk TV for the Newcastle channel, the main channel. But what does this mean for the Man U side? Well, listen, a few things. Sir Jim Ratcliffe can easily do two things here: wash his hands and not, not care about this because essentially he can wash his hands, just do whatever the hell he wants on an and because there's talks and rumors that he might want to go get Friedman, the DOF for Crystal Palace, and so is that possible? Can he just say, "I'm done with Ashworth, screw whatever the hell he's got going on," and just go get Freeman? Would that be something that he might do? Could be. Ratcliffe is an old wolf, man. So if he sees trouble, he might go the other way. But he's the one that generated this trouble, by the way, between Dan Ashworth and Newcastle United. So what is going to happen here? Now, this email situation, it makes absolutely no sense. Why would Ashworth use a Newcastle email account? It makes absolutely no sense. It could be a mistake. Some people are saying that it could be deliberate so he can get sacked and not get paid. Not that not he doesn't want to get paid, but he just wants to be sacked immediately so he can go on and fulfill other jobs for Man U. Also, there's another gentleman that was a Man City executive that went to Man United. I forgot his name now, actually, by the way, but he was doing the same thing. But he was actually having messages with Ratcliffe. So it this whole situation is dirty. It looks stupid, naive to say the least. It makes no sense. And to be honest with you, it's just nonsensical. But what's happened essentially is this. I'm going to read it. Then Ashworth sent an email to a Newcastle United address, inadvertently revealing that he was being tapped up by incoming Manchester United chief executive. There, his name, Omar Barada, who was still on gardening leave from Man City. So there you go. That's what's happening. It is an embarrassing blunder, an error of judgment of the part of the two men who will be charged with restructuring Man United by new co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe and could be looked at by the Premier League for tapping up. Now, is that really going to happen? I have no idea. I have no idea if the Premier League is going to look into it, but it just makes absolutely no sense that this would just be a simple mistake by these two gentlemen. Again, some people are saying that he might be looking, you know, to act as if this, because obviously he can't fulfill the duties for Man United. He can't go work for them. So he's on garden leave. There's negotiations behind it. They have to, according to Newcastle, they have to pay. They want Man U to pay something because they're coming in the middle of a contract to steal a man essentially. And so, but I guess we'll have to see how it develops. At this point in time, it looks shady. It looks dirty. It looks listen. It just doesn't look good. And for somebody like Dan Ashworth, who has a background and not finishing up his contracts and leaving the club he's at, with too many Premier League teams want to get him when they cannot trust him, to do a job. And so, I don't know. A lot of people are saying that Ashworth is the man. He is the DOF of DOFs. He's the goat of DOFs. Well, I don't know. We'll have to see about that. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. This is Chris, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.